Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy CrispPurpose, back at it again with another Gems of War top 5 video for you guys. So in this one, we're going to be focusing on the top 5 underrated common troops. Okay, so this is the first video in a series, and that's what we're going to be focusing on this one. So let's take a look at this list real quick. So these are all the teams that I put together for you guys with these individual troops, common troops that are really underrated in the current state of the game. So the first troop right here, which is considered number 5, is the Dwarven Miner. So the Dwarven Miner here is a pretty good troop, a really solid generator troop. The Dwarven Miner is from Kazel. It is a 8 mana cost. It only uses brown mana. Common troop, as I said before. He has for his spell Dig. Very simple spell. He will destroy 44 gems of a chosen color, and there is a 40% chance to gain 100 gold. For his traits, he has right here Impervious, right? That is pretty unique. Not a lot of common troops have that final trait right there, especially generators. So you won't be able to get silenced or get your mana burn and other status effects that usually affect common troops. Along with that, it has Stone Link. So it has a link into itself. Now that right there makes Dwarven Miner a very competent troop. Now let's do a battle with this troop right here to show off how this actually works. Let's do battle number 1. Right, so as you can see on the team, I have the Scalebrow Guard Protector here just for the barrier and exploding red gems. I have one of the dragons, which is Garnitalin, and Leprechaun. Let's go ahead and cast our Leprechaun. And there the Dwarven Miner is powered up. If I want to, I can go ahead and match brown right there. Let's cast this, and now I'm going to destroy those brown gems. As you can see, the Garnitalin is powered up. Along with that, the Dwarven Miner is powered up as well. Let me just hit brown again. Both of them are powered up. Very nice. As said before, these troops are like super underrated troops, and they are very useful. All right, let's explode some gems, and then we're going to kill them off. There we go. So yeah, that is the number 5 for me. Underrated troop, the Dwarven Miner. All right, so let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is Troubadour. So Troubadour for me is the number 4 most underrated troop in the game. Troubadour has a mana cost of 10. It is a pure yellow mana cost. It is from Pridelands. Troubadour has for his spell Inspiring Ballad. He will choose an ally, and then you can create 10 gems of one of their mana colors. As you can see on this team, I have Hiking Iron Gut here, so I'm just going to be casting my Troubadour over and over again on itself, and you can find out that it can loop for some time. All right, and then for his traits, Troubadour actually has Mana Shield, in which it's immune to Mana Burn, Mana Drain, and Mana Steal, which is very good for a generator troop. And this is something that I must point out for these underrated troops here. Troubadour is the only one that actually has a storm into itself, which is that yellow storm, Song of Light, summon a light storm, which is a yellow storm at the start of battle. It's pretty cool. So I'm using this along with the Hiking Iron Gut here, and after that I have Staff of Storms, and of course Leprechaun. So I'm using the Archmage's hero class right here for the bonus purple for the hero, and of course for the lightning strike. Those are the main things that are notable here, and the half mana start as well. So I think so as to make sure my Hiking Iron Gut gets a good chance of devouring, I'm going to change my medals over to 2 Seasons and Anu. All right, let's go with it and see how Troubadour actually works out on this team. Hopefully I can get it to loop to show you guys how well this actually can work out. Let's go ahead. Okay, let's match purple right here, and there we got a Troubadour powered up, but we're not going to cast it yet. Let's cast our Hiking Iron Gut. We're going to take a chance at devouring. We did. Cast Troubadour on himself. Again. Got Hiking Iron Gut powered up. Again. And we're going to keep casting it on itself. Unless we miss, that's the only time I'm going to be casting it on something else. Very good. And I'm going to try again. Come on. Don't match all the gems. Very good. And this is the last one. So yeah, that's how you can actually use that troop right there. As I said before, it's a super underrated troop. It's a generator, super low mana cost. So almost every single time you cast your Leprechaun, you can get Troubadour powered up. So that is number 4, guys. Let's move on to number 3. So the number 3 most underrated troop is Skeleton. Now, Skeleton right here is a troop from the Kitar Kingdom. He has a 10 mana cost. Pretty simple, purple mana. And he has for a spell, Wake the Dead. He will create 7 skulls, gain 36 armor, and gain an extra turn. Now, this is a very unique thing when it comes down to common troops. Now, this has a guaranteed chance of an extra turn. No percentage chance here, 100% chance of gaining an extra turn, which is pretty cool. Skeleton has for his traits Undead Bond, all undeads gain 2 life. Night Slayer, deal double skull damage versus knights, which is pretty potent. And Undying, of course, which is the standard trait of immunity to poison, disease, lycanthropy, and deathmark. So I have it right here on this team setup. I have the Doomed Axe. We all know what this does. It does AoE damage, then it converts purple gems to Doom Skulls. Right there is going to be my Thrall, and of course, Skeleton is going to be right behind Thrall right there. And of course, there is the Umberwolf. This is going to be here not for casting, but only for maintaining that storm, that purple storm, which is the dark storm. Let's back out here and let's switch my metals over to magic. So as you can see, there are different, let me take off this blinking off my screen. I hate it when it's doing that. All right, so these different teams or these different troops work differently. So I'm switching around my metals to make sure they work properly. So yeah, so we're at the 3rd slot. Let's go ahead into a battle and see if we can make this work. Okay, so our first assignment is, of course, get mana to our Thrall. There we go. Hope my Thrall doesn't get transformed into something. Okay, so as I said before, we got our troops powered up. Skeleton, we're going to just put the skulls on the board, just like that. If we get a match, we'll take it. If not, we'll search the board, see if we can get something lined up. All right, let's match this, see if we can get some alignment. And we don't have anything. Let's cast Thrall again. Let's see if we can get some more alignment. Let's put some more skulls on the board. There we go. And that's the unique thing with Skeleton. Because he is putting skulls on the board, you gain an extra turn. It makes it super easy for you to just work out some alignment to make sure you can get things rolling. Okay, let's see if we can get some mana here because we're stuck for some reason. All right, let's do this. There we go. Very good. All right, let's cast our Thrall. Come on, Thrall. Let's get him powered up. And let's do that. There we go. We got some alignment here. And now we're going to cast our... Very good. Now it's working a little bit better. Okay, so that was a slower battle, but you get the entire sentiment here. The reason why Skeleton is in that 3rd slot, is in that 3rd position, I should say, 3rd most underrated troop, is because he's a damage dealer with an extra turn, right? He puts skulls on the board, he gets an extra turn, so he's putting those skulls out there, and he gets an opportunity to smack you with them. So that's why I put him in 3rd place. Okay, so let's move on to 2nd place now. 2nd place, we have a very common one, which is Leshy. Leshy is from Urskaya, has an 8 mana cost of brown, right? He has for a spell, Forest Ward. He will entangle all allies and enemies, and then he will destroy all green gems. Now, along with that, Leshy has Nimble, so he's immune to entangle, and of course, he has that Nature Link, gaining bonus green mana from green gem matches. Now, you guys have seen me use this many times over as to how good Leshy is when he is entangling and destroying gems, especially when you combine it with those green giant gems. It is very powerful. A 4-way team entanglement as well is, I think this is the only troop in the game that can entangle all enemies. Along with that, it's the only troop that can entangle all allies. It's a very powerful spell that Leshy actually has. A 4-way entanglement is very good. So I'm using this along with Emeraldrin and of course Leprechaun right here. If you guys want, you can switch this off, put something else if you don't want to use this weapon. But yeah, I want to use it like this to show off this team. Let me check my medals here. I think I'm going to switch this to an Anu and 2 Nishas. All right, let's go ahead and do another battle. And I'm using this with the class I'm leveling right now, which is the Monk Hero class. So of course, if we want to, we can just match those gems. We got our Emerald Drin powered up. Let's explode the board here. See if I can get some mana to my troops. Come on. There we go. Leshy's getting hit, as you guys can see. We're going to cast our Garnitolin. Sorry, not Garnitolin. Our Emerald Drin. Good. And then we're just going to keep on looping it over once we have our troops spell ready. If we don't, we're going to mass a couple gems until they get spell ready. Now, Leshy. There we go. Let's enchant them. And just wait a little bit. The AI is trying to make this as slow as possible. Alright, so as you guys can see, that's basically how the team works. And we lost our Leshy. Man, we had a sucky board here. Alright, let's finish this one up and let's move on to the #1 slot. This troop keeps transforming, man. Alright, let's see what we can do, because this was supposed to go much quicker than this, but instead, man, we lost the troop. Alright, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Leshy got knocked out in that one, but hopefully we can finish this one up and move on to the #1 slot. Okay, let's match that over there. Now let's explode. Let's cast this. Good. Now Leshy. That's how it should go. Let's match that. Let's cast this again. Now Leshy. Just like that. Now let's match this. Now this. Let's explode the board. And there we go. Yeah, so it went much smoother this time around. The previous time the board was awful. So yeah, that is the #2 position on underrated common troops. Now, who holds the #1 spot? If Leshy holds the #2 spot, who holds the #1 spot? The #1 most underrated troop, common troop, is the Game Warden. Now, I haven't seen anyone talk much about this troop since it was added into the game, but this troop has a very unique setup of traits and spell. Now, for one, it has a 10 mana cost, and it's a Sword's Edge troop. It only uses brown mana. For his spell, it has Scout It Out, which is convert all green gems to skulls. That's simply what it does. All green gems to skulls. For a common troop to convert all of a singular kind, it's not seen a lot when it comes down to common troops. Along with that, for his traits, he actually has armor piercing. 50% chance to ignore armor when dealing skull damage, which is a very potent trait right there. And of course, it's stealthy, so the enemies can't particularly target this troop while it's creating skulls. Now, I have it on this team setup right here using, of course, the Doom Blade and Thrall and Flaming Oni. So I'm just going to seek to convert those red gems into Doom Skulls, and of course, Thrall is going to generate right here. Flaming Oni is going to allow me to burn, and I'm using the Slayer hero class. So let me back out of here and get my complete magic medals to make sure my Thrall is doing as much as possible. All right, let's hop into the mini-boss fight. So our first assignment, as usual, is to get purple mana to our Thrall, but we're not seeing anything yet. So let's match some gems. All right, let's match it over there. And come on, baby, you're taking too long. It's one of those fights, huh? All right, let's go ahead and cast this. Get our troops ready to go. Thrall again. Everybody's powered up. Okay, let's see if we can get some enemies killed out here. Let's explode the board. And we have a nasty board, man, because it took so long for us to get spell ready. My God. Okay, what are we going to convert here? We can convert... There we go. Got a hit. And let's see if we can convert some red. Very good. And are we going to get to cast the common troop? There we go. So we didn't get to cast that one right off the bat, but you guys basically get the idea. Let's try it again in the mythic boss fight. Okay, let's match this. And when we're deciding to do a video, that's the time we get the most awful boards. My God. Okay, let's match this here. Now we need purple. Come on, don't take the purple from us. There we go. All right, let's get everyone burning. Let's explode this board here. Come on, man. All right, let's do this. Got a kill, and just like that, we lost the troop. Man. All right, so we're going to have to try this one again. Let me back out of here. So I really want to show off this troop right here. The Game Warden. Come on. All right, let's match that down. Wow, man. Just when I'm trying to record a video, that's when it decides to give me the ugliest boards this side of Crystara. My God. Just stupid. Now let's convert some red here. Do we have any red we can convert? Jesus. All right, there's nothing there I can convert. Let's just do this. Ay, ay, ay. Taking forever, I swear. So yeah, that is basically how that works. Let's try it again, because I'm getting annoyed with these boards. Wowzers. Come on, Thrall. And now let's hit him up. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Much better. So yeah, that is the team, guys. I wanted to show you those. So yeah, so my number one most underrated troop is, of course, the Game Warden. There are a number of different applications in which you can use this team setup right here. I just decided to slop it into this team to show you guys. It wasn't working the best, but you basically get the idea. So yeah, so those are the top 5 underrated troops from me. Number 5 is the Dwarven Miner. Number 4 is Troubadour. Number 3 is Skeleton. Number 2 is Leshy, and of course number 1 is the Game Warden. Now if you guys agree with this or disagree with this, let me know in the comment section. Of course, if you like the video, hit that like button as well, and if you're not subscribed, come on and subscribe to the channel, and of course turn on the notification bells to get notified whenever I drop PvP teams, Guild Wars teams, the viability ranking series as well. Alright guys, catch you next one. Peace.